Okay, where is that iguana at? Let's see. It's not underneath the table, not in the back. Under the trap? No. Oh, there it is. Alright, now this is how you properly pick up an iguana. Okay, first when you approach your iguana, hi, it's me buddy, remember me? Pin his legs back by his ass, grab his legs tightly with one hand, and squeeze and pick up his body, holding him with your left hand underneath his front arms. But he's a little wild, you put him down so he can wiggle and get him out, squeeze a little tighter, and there we have it. How you properly pick up an iguana. Okay, here we have our bath room. There he is, my male iguana. His name is Killer. He's an 8-pound male, approximately 15 years old, pretty much socialized. We have a nice, hot, clean bathtub, uh, so we can help our iguana with this shed. Now, my iguana is kind of old. He's getting up there in age, well kept and maintained. Iguanas approximately lived for 20 years, and I've had him for a whole 15 since he was a greenie. And now that he's older, he's having a hard time shedding his skin. So I hope that this video will help people understand the importance of getting all the little bits and pieces of shed off so that he can stay healthy and live to his maximum potential. The water that I'm using is probably about 95 degrees, very warm on the hot side. I'm going to have them soak in there a little bit. As you can see, his shed starts to come off. Now, it's important when you're pulling off his shed that you don't pull too hard. If it's not ready to come off, well, it won't come off. It should come off very easy with just a scrub or a pull. And as you can see, I'm just getting all kinds of shed, easily without any kind of force. If you pull too hard, you could actually damage your iguana and cut him if it's not ready to come off. The hot water really helps the shed soften up and makes it easier to remove. Now it's real important to get around the ankles and around the nail beds and at the tip of the tail. If you don't get that shed off, then it can cause what's called binding, and it'll constrict your iguana's growth, and he could actually get what's called dry gangrene and die. And we don't want that. So make sure that you work diligently around his toes and around his tail. A little bit of light helps us out. Now when you're pulling off his spikes in the shed from the spikes, you want to make sure that you pull in the direction that the spikes are going. See, I pulled a bunch off there. There's 3 or 4 of them. And I'm just pulling, since his spikes are angled backwards, I'm pulling in the direction of the angle. Oh, settle down, settle down. Yeah, he gets a little anxious. Now remember, your iguana has super razor sharp claws, and that tail is super strong. So if he starts getting wild, just pin his legs back behind him and hold him securely, and he should calm down after a minute or two if your iguana is slightly tame. Looking pretty good there, getting all soft. Come here, buddy. Whoa, settle down now. And remember also that iguanas have razor sharp teeth, and you can't see them with their mouth closed, but they have a lot of teeth that can do a lot of damage to you if you allow it. So keep your fingers and hands away from its mouth at all times. I've only been bitten once by my iguana. On my foot, I was rubbing his chin, and he bit me, and it wasn't pleasant. But once in 15 years is not bad, I guess. Here I am working on his toes. Make sure that you get all the shed pieces out from his nail bed. And the longer he sits in this warm water, the softer and more pliable his shed becomes. As you can see, it's starting to flake off in the tub around him. Now you could use some kind of brush to try to brush his scales and get them off. Uh, Settle down, buddy. Settle down. Trying to escape. See, now I'm going to pin his legs back. With one hand, try to work with the other. Hold him a little bit. Relax. Work on those feet. Ropes. Big old foot piece. Ooh. Yeah, crazy. Relax. Relax. Around his joints. Now we're about 7 minutes in, and now his skin is easily coming off as I just rub it with my hands. Yeah, I think he likes that. Smiling there. Trying to get all that shed off from underneath his palm. Now, iguana basically has two kinds of responses: fight or flight. When they choose to run, they can scratch you up inadvertently with their claws, trying to get away. When they decide to run, it is a mad dash. So pinning his legs back behind him ensures that I'm able to work without getting cut up. That did take me quite a bit to learn, but after you get cut up some, you learn it. So that clean bath water is now getting very dirty. That's just gross. The skin on his chest is a little bit more thick. Now I'm going to rub his back. Now iguanas, they usually shed all their life when they're greenies, all the time. They'll do one part of their body and then the next. And as they grow to adults, they'll be shedding constantly. And usually it's not a problem as long as they have something in their cage that they can rub up against and take the shed off that way. However, my iguana, now that he's getting up there in age, he is 15, um, he's having a real hard time shedding. He's kind of lethargic, and he doesn't have the energy of a young reptile. So I need to constantly put him in a bath and help him with the shed so that we make sure that binding doesn't occur. Gonna rub his belly there. The smell isn't too pleasant. It kind of smells like iguana soup right now. Um, yeah, I could think of you know better scents myself. Alright, coming right along. He's looking pretty good. Want to make sure you get underneath the armpits there. Get all that skin, that dry skin off. Killer's settled down some, so it's a little bit easier to work. Now remember, when you're working around his chest and head area, you gotta make sure that he's in a good mood and that he's not gonna be snapping at your fingers. The iguana bite is pretty nasty. Gross. Okay, I want to get some of this on his back off. I'm going to continue to stroke his spines. Now here's a tip. If your iguana decides to take a nice big old poo in the bathtub, because the warm water will help them poo, and they generally do like to poo in water, you'd probably want to scoop that out as quick as you can, throw it in the trash, because if he starts to flail around and his flight or fight reflex jumps in, you could have a bath water full of poo, and that won't be fun. So it's always a good idea to get it when it's whole and not in itty bitty pieces everywhere. Some of the skin is real stubborn. Oh, he sees the exit. Relax, dude. Relax. Alright, gonna work underneath those claws a little bit. You're doing good, buddy. Alright. Back of the neck. It's got some. Yeah, get that off there. You can see that he likes that. Oh, oh. Calm down, dude. Okay, relax. Take a breath. Okay, that's better. The tip of the tail is very important. If you don't get the set off the tip of the tail, he could start to lose it. Whoa! Hang on there, guy. We're just about done here. He's looking pretty good. The webbing of his toes are pretty good. Around his nail beds are pretty good. Got some on his back still I want to get off. I rub that just a little bit. Man, that water is disgusting. Alrighty then, we're just about done here. Alright, big guy, here we go. Yeah, nice clean iguana. Check him out one last time. Hey everybody, check me out. Looking good. Looking clean. It's not that dull white color anymore. Got little pieces here and there. Pretty good. Well, alright. I hope this video helped a little bit. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to do so. And as always, thanks for watching.